Good evening, Sussex Squad Nation, Sussex Squad World. Oh my God, we are on so late. Sorry about that. As you guys know, Charles
This
and
is
George
past
had
late.
their premiere. We're not going to be on for long because I know Royal Sussex going to be coming in hopefully shortly, so we cannot stay long. Maybe 15 minutes, maybe. Yeah,
We
so we're
say
going
that,
to
and then it
make.
turns into a 2-hour
Oh no,
episode.
we're not gonna do that. I want to make sure that my boy get his sleep so he doesn't have to wait for us, for too long. Um, yeah. So how are you guys doing? You guys just had your premiere.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
That's right. Happy
That's
Thanksgiving to you
right.
all.
That's right.
Oh my God, it's like everything feels like a blur.
And happy first
It's
day of
been-
December.
That's right.
There's a lot going on. It is
Holiday season is upon us.
It's all blurred
In the
together.
thick of it.
Thank God. Has the co-host
Co-hosts are
Black
great.
Queen? I heard is in line, and who else?
And we got cookies and cream as well.
Happy
And
Thanksgiving. I
Gwen
hope
Daniel.
everyone had a great Thanksgiving.
And to the question though, we are doing very well. We are eating excessively, but that is
At the
to
office.
to fuel the incredible amount of things that are happening right now. There's a lot.
There is a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot to do because in such a short time, because God knows what 2025 is going to be, but we know 2025 is coming and with a bang, and 2024 is going to leave us with a cliffhanger, especially when it comes to the Royals.
And speaking of our co-hosts who were there also supporting us, there's maybe a bunch that were there that didn't comment, but I see Joyce Anderson. Thank you for tuning into the premiere just a minute ago to support the third part
That's
of the
right.
Planet First Action Thanksgiving special.
That's
That was
right.
a lot of work. A lot of work to
It was a
put
lot of
this
work.
together and for it to come out and really what feels like you guys work so hard. So
It was a lot.
Yeah, in a pretty short time frame too.
that's
But
right.
I will say though that I really appreciate all the squaddies who showed up for us because
And support.
and supported us through the entire week. Because I mean, we had basically 3 shows in the span of 4 days,
That is incredible.
4 or 5 days.
That's
And pretty robust shows at that. So we really appreciate everybody who came out and spent the premieres and watched it with us and was able to kind of comment with us. We really appreciate it. And hello, Gwen Daniels and Joyce Anderson and Sylvia Fielder. Thank you so much for joining us. And Joanne Baker,
That's right.
fantastic.
And as we say, we're not going to be long because we know Royal Sussex is going to be probably coming on very shortly. But we actually wanted to have like a solid show today, based on everything that's been reported when it comes to the Royals, specifically that woman.
That woman.
That
Woman, it is. I
You
mean,
need to get that sound effect, the dun dun dun.
oh my God.
Do I have that?
I think I pose a question: who is she?
Yeah.
I have a feeling that been answered, at least somewhat. But we unfortunately not going to be able to get into it. But I feel like
Not
I
tonight.
went not tonight
Not tonight.
because that kind of investigation report, by putting and piecing the pieces together from Baron to Meredith to Claire to everyone that has been reported, on that woman over there.
Wait. Does this sound effect work for you guys? Let me see.
Okay, guys. Let's keep it. Let's keep it church. Yes. And also going back to some stuff that Harry have said, and I kind of have a feeling that I might be able to put the pieces together and come to some sort of understanding why this woman is find herself so close to Harry's brother. What's his name again?
Which woman?
That woman. too late for that.
And just for the record, you did ask that question very explicitly, and it was on March 5th, 2023.
What was it, X?
Who is she?
Oh, that's right.
That
That's
was
right.
That was the first time that was
This
asked
woman,
that
I'm
question.
telling you, this woman over there across the pond, like that woman.
I'm going to do that the entire episode. This
Can
is
you
just
please
hilarious.
don't
now.
do that? No, what I'm saying is, I think I might know what she's up to. And I wish I could get into it tonight. But we're not going to be able to do that because we're going to need time.
Yeah, you got to do it
There's going to
justice.
be a lot of questions, a lot of cliffhanger for the squads to put the pieces together. I'm sure that everybody know, but it will be very interesting how I put all the pieces together and for us to know who the heck is this woman. And she scared me.
Well, then that sound effect works.
Like, no, literally, I think maybe 2 nights ago, and I was listening to Royal Sussex, and all of a sudden my heart started beating really fast. And I find myself closing the window. Wondering if she's looking at me because, Royal Sussex, oh my God. He did this thing where he shows the different look of this woman. She's always looking at before us, sideways. She can't ever focus. Somehow the camera always find her looking at something. Whatever that something is, we don't know. She's watching. She's a watcher. So I got scared.
She's coming to get you.
I swear. There's something wrong with this woman.
Oh boy, you better be careful.
my
You're going to
God.
get the giggles and you'll never get through this show.
I know.
But I will say actually that Royal Sussex just gave us a quick comment and he says that, please take your time. We love y'all is what he said. So,
Wonderful, wonderful. But
and also thank you for the birthday present, he said.
oh, that's lovely. No, I am really serious. This woman, it's there is something not right with that woman. But at the same token, I think maybe there's some type of brilliance to protect her son, her legacy at all costs.
Honestly, I mean, just objectively speaking, navigating with any degree of success, the media landscape over there takes a certain kind of brilliance.
Yeah. But I wish I could get into things right now, but I don't think I can because we're so unprepared. We didn't prepare anything. We didn't prepare. nothing.
Yeah,
We
we can
just,
do it.
like,
We can do it
rushed.
justice. We can do a lot
Maybe-
more justice
And
to
I
it.
don't know if I
later.
can or want to wait for all the way to next Sunday. We may have to come on, sometime this week if we can even meet tomorrow. Depending, I know you guys have a packed schedule. I know you guys have a packed schedule, so it's a witch. But
Well-
it is like I'm telling you, this woman been keeping me up. No, I am serious. I actually think that woman, there is something not correct right with her. And I think she had it on, not just only for Diana, but for Harry. I would go as far, say that, she had it on for Williams as well. There is a lot that's happening that we need to understand.
I think you could even back that up, like take that at a level higher and say that she had it for everybody
I don't know if it's everybody.
That's
I-
not
I-
necessarily in her
Well,
orbit.
I know that, when you looked at the coronation, that, that was a wedding that she always wanted, and sort of like she went, look at me, or you see me, like there is that thing that, it seems like that look that Royal Sussex talk about, it's her try to, are they looking at me? Are you looking at me? Because I need you to look at me. It's all about me. And for whatever the reason is, there is something on that's going on with the tiara. I think she got them hostage because she's not letting anybody wear that tiara. There is a problem. And I want a countdown. I need to figure out that, you know what, if all the pieces are there, because there's something that is not right. She's not letting anybody wear those tiara.
Yeah, she's definitely keeping it tight. But I will say, just to interject very quickly, because it is important, Diane Hawkins actually just became a member. So thank you so much, Diane
Oh,
Hawkins.
thank
That's
you
amazing.
so much. Thank you so much.
Welcome, welcome.
Church
No.
Nelly is probably still celebrating her birthday, but as Church Nelly
I
would say,
know.
welcome to the back. I think back to the insane asylum, Diane Hawkins. I think you were actually a member before, so glad to have you back.
That's right. Let's go back to talking about that woman.
She's like, yeah.
You know.
But
But no, Charles' wife, there is something sinister, like Royal Sussex would say, about this woman. And I think the pieces are study coming along, and there's going to be something massive, big about to happen. Somebody's going down. I just don't know who it's going to be.
you know what? She's very Machiavellian, is actually what it is.
Because what is happening,
It's true.
just to give you guys, like, where my mind is at, there is going to be a fight between Harry's brother, what's his name? William, and that woman. And I'll tell you why. Because it is my opinion, my feeling, based on everything that's been reported, what's been said in the press, in the media, everything that we knew before, the Sussex was, no. But this woman has been collecting things for a very long time. She's been playing a card, and so far she's been able to get away with it. And I have a feeling that, you know what, Williams is not going without a fight. And I also think there is something that Royal Sussex say that makes so much sense to me, where they're not letting even Princess of Wales around anyone, not by herself. Think about that. Think about that. There is so much that going on. I'll be very, very, very surprised if 2025, if not 2024, we still have a couple weeks left.
It's true.
The way the press are started coming in, that kind of like fight, and they are putting drip and drip and drip and drip about, you know who? Harry's brother. What's his name? William. I would not be surprised that woman is behind those drip, drip, drip. And I have a feeling William would respond. And I think it will be on. Something is about to happen.
It's the calm before the storm, or the not so calm before the storm?
Absolutely. There's so much that happened so fast and so quick. And we are all being witnesses. And some of them that, we're interpreting our own ways. Whether it's out of nowhere, the murder that happened. Well, oh my God, no.
Just
No.
threw that out there.
No,
I don't know.
say
You didn't.
not
You
murder.
didn't. You
Not
didn't.
murder. I didn't say that.
No, you didn't.
I didn't say that. Did I say that?
No.
I didn't say that. No.
Mulling is
No,
what
what
you
I
said. Someone
meant
was
to
mulling
say
over
is-
something.
Mulling cider.
Yes.
Somebody, drink the Kool-Aid. Someone drank the Kool-Aid. To what royal? Well, let me. I think I know. There is something that is happening.
There is something that's happening. Speaking of something that's happening, we do still have the Church Nelly report.
That's right. Let's get into
That way we can
before I
do that.
in my
Exactly.
trouble.
Exactly.
Because
Let me throw a little
something
life preserver
about
out there.
to be taking place over there.
Exactly. So in the meantime, we can actually say what's happening right now, or at least this week anyway.
First and foremost, happy birthday, Church Nelly.
Yes,
That's
she's not
right.
with us yet because she's probably
She's
still
here.
recovering. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Party.
Yeah.
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 Still partying, not recovering.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yes, happy
You know what
birthday,
I was
Church Nelly.
thinking about? This is what I was thinking about. This is where my mind was gonna go in, and I talk about murder. You remember that show that Murder She Wrote,
Yeah, Angela
and it was
Lansbury.
about like the investigation. That's what it was about, right? Murder She Wrote.
I don't actually know if I've ever watched it, to be honest. I know of it.
Yeah.
It's pretty. I mean, it's been off the
I-
air for a long time.
Yeah, I know my aunt watched that all the time. Like where all the different, sort of investigation that, is happening. And so that's where my mind was. That murder that, and it's not particular. Was it always a murder going on? Or do you know?
Well, she
Does
wrote
anybody
about it.
knows?
Yes, it's a murder mystery
It
show.
was a murder mystery. Okay. So that's why I was thinking about that woman, from her investigation, and she always, figure out who does what, who did what, who do what. So that's what I was thinking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Not that I was saying that, any things happen. I'm just was thinking about the kind of
I see.
investigation.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
okay.
Just harking back to Angela Lansbury
Yes.
and what she was doing.
Is
So-
she still alive?
No, she was pretty old when she did that show. So I think she passed on.
Yeah.
a
Murder
good
She
long
Wrote.
time.
Yes.
So anyway, getting back in. So there's a couple things that actually went down this week. This is actually a report that I picked up from the New York Post about more or less the goings on, just because as they haven't been as frequent as they usually are, because I think this is more or less kind of happened fairly quickly. But what they mentioned here is that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are set to attend separate events on opposite sides of the country next week, which is this week, as they continue to experiment with their new brand image strategy, which is basically this bi-coastal thing, them doing their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
So the Duke of Sussex, who's 40, basically is gearing up to jet to New York City next week to attend the New York Times Deal Book Conference this past Wednesday. Said the spokesperson. That evening, the Duchess of Sussex actually will attend the Paley Honors Fall Gala in L.A.
I guess it's honor to.
Well, that's just it. At the glitzy event, the Suits alum is expected to present her close friend, Tyler Perry,
That's right.
with the Paley's Honor Award and the Paley Center for Media's most coveted honor. So both Harry and Meghan were on the hosting committee. However, the former actress will be the only one in attendance because obviously Harry will be on the other coast.
That's right.
So that's what that is. Everyone basically knows this already, especially who's on the line with us right now. But obviously Tyler Perry is actually the godfather to Princess Lilibet.
That's right.
So very close, obviously, the two of them. And then let me see if there's anything actually interesting. The other thing that's kind of interesting here is the couple's separate bi-coastal appearances next week showcase their so-called new twin-track approach, while Harry is prioritizing and focusing on his philanthropic efforts, while Meghan is shifting her attention on more entrepreneurial and more commercial projects. And that's more or less what's reported by People.
Yeah.
So that's the quick and dirty in terms of what's been going on with them, because obviously they had Thanksgiving. There was a lot of things that they actually got into last week, just in terms of when she was with the Afghani ladies actually over at the
Yeah.
event. And so it's been a whirlwind for everybody, but they are just as busy as they usually are.
I think last night I was watching, really early this morning, I was watching on World Sussex that we did a brilliant job in pushing back with this so-called documentary that's about to, I guess somebody from Germany is putting some type of, documentary about, Harry and Meghan from Montecito have not been effective. And when I tell
What?
you,
That doesn't even make
know,
any sense.
when I tell you, well, Sussex went in, I mean, he didn't even have to, but he did, just to show the amount of work and things that those two have achieved. It's easy to forget, my God. So many of those things they done in just 1 year.
Well, the thing
And
is, you don't.
yet
I mean,
we're looking
every
at two
week they're
couple.
proving it. It's not
That's
like
right.
they don't. They barely take any time off.
And we have
It's
the
just a silly premise.
the other working royals that one of them was absent for almost really what
Like
felt like
9 months or something.
9 months or so. And the brother, Harry's brother, I'm not so sure what he does with his days. And I mean, I know he's been to a few stuff, football and
Like I think
I don't
a
know
rugby
what else.
game, if I'm not mistaken.
Rugby
maybe?
game, and also he did have his own, saving the homeless. I don't know, but seriously, but what I realized about the royal rotors, they project a lot, and so to me, it's always a signal. Whenever you hear Harry and Meghan, like right now, there's this like they're getting a divorce. So it always seems like, okay, they are projecting something. They want to say something without say something. And I have a feeling, and that is my opinion, World Sussex again did a wonderful job. I think it was the other day, and I think it was about the tabloids here, how much they have been reported on, sort of Princess of Wales and Prince of Wales of what's perhaps may be going on with their relationship. And so the way I looked at it, the fact that they have not been sued, the fact that, what, no one, it's telling them, you know what I mean, where do you get your report? I wonder if those have not been leaking from other sources over there to here.
Yeah. No, I definitely think that you're 100% right about them projecting.
There's a lot of projecting.
There's definitely a lot.
Going on.
And so, and it's a great way to deflect, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you go and say that you're doing something, it's very difficult for you to come back and credibly say that I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way the truthful judo is basically happens. Because then, then is what? It's like Pee Wee Herman, I know you are, but what am I? It's the whole thing. All of a sudden, it just kind of lowers the expectation of your own argument. And I think that's what they like to do is they go out and say that, oh, okay, well, he's doing it, so it means that it's okay if I do it. Or then you can't actually blame the fact that I'm doing it because you've already done it. And so, yeah, I definitely see that
For me,
it's a
it's
tactic
like,
for sure.
I think what bothers me a lot, how could media outlet, that kind of powerhouse, allow themselves to become what sometimes feel like mediocre, being made fun of, to protect who? That woman. Because based on what I've heard, because actually I didn't watch the documentary about her, besides what's been reported, she seems to have a hold on those folks.
You bring up a really interesting idea, maybe as a seed for a future services word, is that like the importance to, in this case, media outlets specifically and newspapers, both printed and their online versions, but the importance to them of their prestige, because historically speaking, like their credibility was everything to them. That's how they were able to increase their circulation.
That's right.
Was because people believed them and trusted them as this credible source that wanted to then go to get their news from that source specifically. But whether or not, and this is sort of a Yes, it certainly has, but the question is more to what degree. How much does that prestige, the importance of it, been devalued in this new digital world where it's about the constant barrage of headlines from a whole range of different sources? Does it just not matter as much? And so maybe you don't need to worry about getting into that position of where you're being ridiculed because you had some baseless story, because at the end of the day, that's not what's making you money.
Yeah, but this is what really sad. Sometimes it feels like you're living in a twilight zone because, the little clip that I've seen, on that woman, sort of the documentary, right? And it was the same source, the same people, right? That who's every single day bashing Harry and Meghan and calling them all sorts of name, and at the same time get on there and say, oh, well, he was right about this, he was right about that, and that woman was this, that woman was that. And there is something absolutely wrong with this because it's happening in front of everyone to see, really.
Yeah.
And so for me, I think what's got me really so upset, because as I've said before, I am a girl of history and I love everything sort of, especially, historical importance, right? And when you listen to a documentary about, sort of, what happened in England, France, or any other places, and you depend on those historians to tell you as much they know, as much they have studied, as much they have sort of discovered and all that, and to tell you the truth, what happened. And you believe these people. And I find myself now, if I'm watching a documentary, I'm looking at people just like that woman with side eyes. Seriously. Like I don't have that quick trust and believe that, what they are saying is the truth.
That is true. But before that, I did want to just give one thing. Thank you so much, Black Queen, for the super sticker.
Thank
Oh.
you.
Really
thank you,
appreciate
thank you.
What is the story with
I'm full of... Now you got me going with the sound effects
with
all
the
of a sudden
sound
today.
effect today?
Yeah,
I guess it's because it's late, huh?
it is. Definitely punch drunk from not sleeping enough and working too much.
It's the
Yeah.
turkey.
So really seriously, and I think that's probably what I'm so hurt by that I have not been able to actually look at a real documentary or to, like sometimes I go back and forth things that I've watched before that I just find interesting that I want to watch again. And now if I can spot one of those people that who have been after Harry and Meghan and knowing that, the lie and, how much they have lied about stuff, I turned it off.
Yep.
And I'm kind of like so upset. I feel like almost like they take that away from me. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And to know that, that woman, the woman that, is wearing Queen Elizabeth tiara in her head, and by wearing those tiara, we must call her queen. Because, before she was going to be just a princess, then she was going to be, sort of something. And then out of nowhere,
That's an amazing title. Oh, something, Camilla.
well, I can't keep up. Then out of nowhere, that was not enough. We have to call her queen. And so to me is that, when I think of who Queen Elizabeth, the late Queen Elizabeth, was to her country, how she had devoted her life to the work, to uphold the monarchy. And say anything you want about that woman, there was a sense of grace and style and something that make you feel like, there is a secret there that you want to know. There is something you want to be a part of. Like
Who are you talking about now?
Queen Elizabeth.
Ah.
Like there was something about that woman that she carried that title with a prestige that many people find themselves they want to be next to. They want to know her. They want to meet her. Spite of a lot of the stories about the diamonds, many of the diamonds, and perhaps that she have one where they come from, how they were, received, spite of all that. But when you see her wearing them, if you did not know where they come from, how they were treated, like she wear it well.
Yeah. By the way, with our co-host affirmation, Heather Stroud said, that woman, I think now that you've created this thing, you can't use those two words to refer to anyone else because it's going to confuse people. There's only that woman now.
Correct. And so
What? Who was it?
I find there is something diminished because the English folks always take on pride about their sophistication, the bourgeoisie, so to speak. We are royals, darling. We are royals. And now they accept what I feel like, in my opinion, should I go for it? A mediocre to follow the late Queen Elizabeth with a title Queen Elizabeth had hold and carry with prestige, with elegance. And because of many of the pieces that she wore are the ones that Queen Elizabeth have worn before, so you have contrast. To me, it is an insult to everyone. Like you can't have a woman serve. How long that she was in? 70 years in the throne. And this is what followed her. I don't have anything against this woman. What makes this personal for me, maybe perhaps I remember and know how much my mother loved Princess Diana and the impact that she have in the world, and she left us. And the fact that, she was taken away from us so soon. And what fell to me, in my opinion, abuse when it comes to Prince Harry. That for many of us, we looked at Harry as a brother, as a cousin, as this is Harry. It's almost that I felt like my mother have said before, it's almost like what she said is that Diana had a relationship with the Black community, and when she was gone, as though that she had left her kids to the Black community to look after. And I'll dare say that we do a damn good job looking after Harry to today, because here we are defending him, watching him choosing the love of his life, Meghan Markle, and we were so proud of him. We keep cheering him. So we are very protective. And perhaps maybe my issues, my problem, that's where it's coming from. And also, I wanted to give that woman the benefit of the doubt based on what was reported very early on when they were trying to make her legit, so to speak. because I truly believe everyone, should at some point be forgiving. Forgiveness, it's something that everybody should have. Like, it does not matter where you started, but it's where you end up. And it would have been great to have heard, yes, she got King Charles the way she did, and obviously it wasn't just her. King Charles played a part of that as well too. But at least she did look after these two incredible young men. It would be nice to see that, what she understand how people may feel about her, that she worked 3 or 4, 5, 6 times harder for the British people. And if she has, I have not seen it. And so to me, to see that, what I felt very often is like she's telling everybody the F word. Diana is what you wanted. Guess what? Not that I'll take her place. I am what you will never be, which is queen. And the truth of the matter is, a beautiful Lady Diana have said, I don't want to be queen. I just want to be queen of hearts, queen of the people. And that was enough for her. So I don't know who she's showing all that look at me sideways where she cannot focus on any services. She's always looking at something. Something is not right. Something is not right. The fact that, she come out very often looking the way she does, and I'm not one to talk about people, but there's certain, there's some people that will talk about protocols. You're going to, how many times they had bash Meghan for looking fabulous, incredibly beautiful, dressing up amazing, and yet they still find something to say, oh, she broke protocol for wearing dark nails or one shoulder, even though every royal before her have worn the same, even Queen Elizabeth. And now we're accepting this woman
Taking off her shoes, walking in front of the king,
her wearing this garment that, very similar to what Queen Elizabeth have worn, for the, coronation. And she had this muumuu on. It was a muumuu. That pink flower dress, which I don't have a picture right now to show, but Royal Sussex had to show it. I hope we show it tonight. That was a muumuu. I remember my grandmother had exactly that muumuu. She used to wear it to go and cut lavender.
Yeah.
That was a muumuu.
Yeah.
That was not something to be worn, especially on her wedding day, because that was her wedding, right? That woman could not have run faster, tried to getting into that chapel. It is insane. But we are going to leave it there, guys, because before I say something to get myself into trouble, and then on Sunday, if I can wait for Sunday, I don't think I can.
The clock is ticking.
The clock is ticking. I hope you guys make some time for me this week to come in, because we need to put all the pieces together. Because again, I asked, who is she? I did not expect I was going to get my answer from the very people that cater to her. Mm-hmm. The royal rotos.
Exactly. And by the way, thank you, Black Queen, for helping us be better creators by reminding everyone to please thumbs up and chat and share and subscribe and all of
That's
that. And
right.
thank you all for your loyal
We
support.
literally are so bad when it comes to social media.
Thank you, Black Queen.
Oh, thank you so much. Like, literally, I think it's because we had such an incredible time doing this, and then we forgot that, you know what, hey, maybe our audience could have been bigger if we only tell people to subscribe. Because there's a lot of people listening that who have not particularly subscribed birds at all. So we are so bad at it, but we have so much fun being with everyone.
We do.
And so we're gonna move. We're going to just by the way, before we end the show. So what was it like for you guys putting that show together and your channel?
Well, like we said at the beginning, it was intense. And I'm gonna put up on the screen for everyone what we're talking about. It is the Planet First Action Initiative that Charles and I have been running really since the beginning of this year, when we launched it out, and we had the Thanksgiving special, and we were able to feature this company, Assembly OSM, that's just doing some really, really incredible work when it comes to building new homes and making them really healthy, really sustainable, and also doing it in a way that saves a lot of money for a lot of people. And so they're just doing some incredible stuff. And so we were able to feature them over the course of 3 different episodes for this Thanksgiving special. We got to tour their building in Brooklyn. We got to sit down with their CEO. And we also got to talk to the community that is around that building about how they even feel about it, because that's a big sticking point for a lot of communities. What does new development do to a community? That's one of the reasons we really do love Assembly OSM as well, is because they're committed to being a part of the community and building buildings that are loved by the community. So it really was an incredible series. It took a lot of work to put together. We were just so grateful to see all of the familiar faces over there in the chat and supporting it.
Yeah, it's incredible. It has seamless, because again, it's what you guys say, that people pass by. And if you did not see it, put it together, you'll think that it's been there all along with everything else.
Yeah.
And it was 24 hours it took them to put it together. That was so incredible.
Yeah, there's actually in the second
one, yeah. It's the time lapse.
There's the time lapse that you can actually see them stack this building, and it's a 3-story building, and it's their test building, and eventually they're going to be doing this on buildings between 10 to 30 stories high.
Harlem, there's one's coming up in Harlem, and that one is 9-story height. Right?
17.
17.
Yeah, so it really is incredible. And Susie Q saw you there, Novi D, saw you there, Guiane Modesty. I mean, it was
incredible.
It's amazing to see everybody over there.
Oh my God,
supporting the channel.
But
Connie
tell them, what do you guys have coming up? Again, to close on the year, because I know you guys have something very special coming up.
Yeah, there's a few things. There's actually 3 more episodes close out this year. Almost has been enough weeks to actually get them all in. We'll have to see how we can fit them in fully. But there's going to be an amazing innovator that's focused in on sort of the EV charging space, a company that is doing some amazing work that's sort of revitalizing an old artisanal craft out of Italy, and another one, the one that you're probably referring to, Lady Sussex, which is just this amazing group that has gained notoriety, has a Netflix special about the work that even sort of precipitated this company that is just having an outsized impact in the country that they're working in, a small country over in Africa. And it is just really beautiful to see, the beautiful story.
Like I said, one step away to Harry.
Exactly.
We really want
We're
that
gonna interview Harry.
We have to. Oh God, let's not start something. I don't want anybody to start calling me, please. I've already have enough, the last couple weeks already. So no more calls.
Yeah, exactly.
But it would be great to really, because I know there is stuff that he's working on, especially when it comes to travelers. And it's one of the things that would be really fascinating and very interesting for you guys to do some, talk about. I think it's amazing. It fits in right into what you guys do, and the fact that you guys were there at the UN, and so I think it would be incredible. Just in case if his people are listening.
Yeah, you got to put things out in the universe.
Got
You
to
know?
put something in our universe.
That's actually one of the pieces of advice from
That's right.
from
That's
Andrew
right.
today. He's got to increase the surface area of your luck.
That's right. That's right. And not afraid to. Not afraid to. So that's wonderful. So, well, I can't wait. And thank you so much, Guy, for joining us, because I want to make it short today, because I'm looking forward to just relax and listen to Royal Sussex, that I'm hoping that's going to be coming very, very, very soon. And that's going to keep it hot and spicy like he does all the time. So, Charles, you have a verse for us?
No.
Oh, really? You guys are so unprepared.
Where's
Can
the
you
sound effect for
find
that? Wah, wah, wah.
Wait.
There it is. There it is.
Oh my God.
Nailed it.
Go ahead, please. Send us off with a verse,
Send
and
you-
Charles do some prayer for the Royals, because they need it.
Well,
Okay.
yes, we'll do a prayer
You'll
while
do the
while
prayer
Charles
first.
finds the verse, and to that end, we will pray for the Royals, because it is that calm before the storm, and God knows we all could use prayer. We'll also send out our birthday prayers for Church Nellie, that she has had a wonderful day, that she is feeling well, that she is continuing on in that spirit at the heart of the Sussex squad.
Did you just raise your hand like
Yes.
you're in class?
Yes, she did.
What is going on?
Raise your hand in the
Because
middle of the prayer.
Lady Rose, who also one of a supporter, I believe that was her birthdays over the week. So we should pray for her and wish her a happy
Happy belated, yes. Happy belated Lady Rose as well, and birthday prayers for you too. We'll also extend our prayers to Lady Sussex's mom. We know that she's still on the mend. She has good days and bad days, and to Lady Sussex herself.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of birthdays, if you check out one of Black Queen's recent comments, apparently she's going to Jamaica at the end of the month
Oh my
for her
God.
mother's 80th birthday.
Wow.
Yeah, now, this
So
year
and
has
she's
been
planning
a
a big party. So
This
what's
year
up?
has been a great year for Black Queen, between her daughter, now
It's
her
true.
mother. That is wonderful. Oh my God, we need that. We
Yeah.
need that kind of good news.
And when you say
that-
we need that, what we need is the dates so that we can show up. And get some food.
So we can show up.
Well, the party is on January 2nd.
Rum cake,
See?
rum cake,
Throwing it
Lady
there.
Queen, rum cake. And then what else do I want from Jamaica? What else is great in Jamaica? I don't know.
I can give a
think-
really
curry
inappropriate
goat.
answer.
Curry goat,
Yeah.
and jerk chicken.
Yeah.
And then what else? Curry goat,
You got some plantains.
jerk chicken.
said
You already
Did I
said
say
that.
jerk
Yeah,
chicken.
rum.
Oxtail.
Oxtail.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That'd be
good.
good.
So I have a verse.
Yes.
Get you off this food kick. It's
know.
Philippians chapter 4, verses 6 and 7. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your heart and your minds in Christ Jesus.
Amen.
Amen. And now back to the most interrupted prayer ever. It's in all sincerity, though, prayers for Lady Sussex's mom. Good days, bad days, and for Lady Sussex, continuing on in that labor of love of caring for her, for all those who are affected right now when it comes to their health, or if it's from a changing climate or just from challenging circumstances. We ask that you be with those, especially as we enter the holiday season. Those prayers for safety, but also those prayers of gratitude for all that we have been given. Give us that space and that time to reflect with gratitude on everything, especially coming out of Thanksgiving here in the U.S. There is just so much to be grateful for, and tomorrow is not promised. And, of course, prayers of gratitude and for safety for the Sussexes, for Meghan and Harry, for their kids, for Doria, for their bodyguards, for their entire staff, so that they can continue doing the incredible work that they do.
Again, my prayer, I am going to extend my prayer to the Royals. And I meant, Charles Williams, that I feel that something is happening, and I think he needs our prayer. To Kate, the Princess of Wales, that you can very much see something is not right. And for us here, at least for me specifically, there's no hate here. There's no I have something against any of these people. The only thing that I wish that can happen, that they can leave Harry and Meghan alone and stop the sort of what felt like, you know what, it's Harry and Meghan against them or them against Harry and Meghan all the time. That create people hating on those two incredible leaders that was doing amazing thing in the world. And I just wish that could stop. There is empathy in my heart for these folks. It could not be easy. And so I hope they find at some point peace and resolution. Because the storm is coming and is coming hard. Because what been talked in the circles that they've been talking to, for all of us to see what is happening and been happening. And as we closing this year that feels so uncertain for 2025, what I will remind everyone is there's always light after the darkness, and opportunities will always come, even through hard time, hardship. So let's open our heart. Let's not lead or function with hate in our heart, even those that who does us wrong. Be in a place of love, because love will win always. So thank you so much, Guy, again for supporting my boys and supporting me. Thank you. Thank you so much. And again, a huge thank to the one, the only Royal Sussex, whom really I adore you. I love you. You are my brother. You are the reason why I do this. So thank you. And I hope you have a good show this evening, because I will be watching. Have a good night. God bless you all. Love, Rain. Good night.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.